Hey there, greetings everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock, and other forms of rock music. So we're here for the list we're doing for Wednesday night's favorites, which is 10 underappreciated rock musicians. Some of these are probably not just unappreciated, but don't get the credit they deserve as far as their abilities go either. But they're definitely underappreciated for sure. So the first one, I'm going to go to Canada for this one. These are not in any particular order, by the way. I picked out 10. I'm just going to recite them in the exact way I put them down on my list here so I wouldn't miss them. And we have, the first one is BTO's, no, not Randy Bachman, Blair Thornton. So Blair Thornton came on to join BTO on Not Fragile and was also on this album. Both these albums, I think, are a step up from their first two albums, which were good, but Tim Bachman was the other guitar player with Randy on the first two albums. He's an okay guitar player. I don't think he's bad or anything like that, but I just think Blair is much better than him and adds a dimension. He could do the lead parts really well as doing the rhythm section. He gave a more of a stage presence, seemed more confident in his abilities. And for me, I don't think he gets enough attention or appreciation for the ability for his contributions to two very good albums. At least these two. And then he went on to produce and be involved with some of their other stuff as well. But those two were spectacular albums. Next up, from this band, I'm going to put my glasses on now, Heart. And no, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm going to go to Mike DeRosa or maybe Nancy Wilson. Both good musicians. No, I'm going to Roger Fisher here. So in the Heart analogs, people say rave things about Nancy Wilson, how good she is and all that. And I'm not taking that away from Nancy, but before Nancy became known as the guitar player for Heart, that position was held by Roger Fisher. And I think he was the architect of some of these classic riffs. He was also the lead guy. He did most of the lead stuff here. She was basically the rhythm guitarist with acoustic. And Howard Leese also played electric guitar in this as well. But Roger was the main guy, so I want to give him some attention today. So Roger Fisher from Heart. Next up, from Sweet. Now, from the Suite, you could pick just about any of these guys and you wouldn't be far off. They're all really good musicians. They all don't get enough credit for being good musicians. Their music was basically, the radio stuff was considered pop and then some of their heavy stuff. So they are not really thought of as talented, just as heavy metal or hard rock band or a pop band. But today we're talking about Mick Tucker here, the drummer. Fantastic drummer. This is this guy right here. I think that's him. I got the right guy. Yeah, I think that's Mick. Sometimes I get Mick and the guitar player mixed up, but not today. So I think it'll Mick Tucker. Hard to say that. Great drummer. Had plenty of chops when playing on stage live. I thought he was really good at standing out too. Really fast hands, I think, and good with those triples, too. So Mick Tucker from the Suite. Next up, from Rainbow. Yes, Rainbow had this guy's overshadowed on Rainbow and doesn't get the attention, at least on this album, which was the only one he was on, because of people such as Cozy Powell and Richie Blackmore being on there. So he didn't get the attention that probably he would have gotten if they weren't on there. Talking about Tony Carey, the keyboardist, absolutely killer on this album. I think he's the underrated part on this album. We all know how great Dio is. Cozy, Richie, all those guys, fantastic. But this guy, I think, is just as good as any of them and deserves serious attention here. Next up, this comes from the Knack. So the Knack, of course, a pop kind of new wave pop band with a bit of a power pop feel to their music and pretty much guitar driven, I think. Now you could say that Gary Bruce another great drummer too. I could give him some attention too. But for today, we're going to talk about Berton Averre. Great guitar players that lead on some of the songs, a couple of songs, especially the My Sharona, one of the most well-known lead guitar parts, I think, for pop music. It's just fantastic. And it goes on for length too. He really, really crams it out. But he does that on just about all the songs. And he has some fantastic riffs as well. So my hat out to Berton Averre today from the Knack. So next up from this band, and I've come to appreciate these guys more. Now, this is not the album that I wanted to talk about, but I grabbed this by accident, so we're going to deal with it. We're talking about Tony Reeves. Tony Reeves, the bass player. Fantastic. He also previously had played with Coliseum as well. Really good bass player. Doesn't get kind of noticed much here. And people don't talk about him as much as they should. I think he's a great bass player. I found his chops really good on both of on the first two albums. Anyways, I haven't got to these two yet, but he's fantastic to me. So a little bit of love for Tony Reeves today, bass player, Greenslade. Okay, next up, the drummer for this band, IQ. Been with them from almost since the beginning. I think he was with them at the beginning and has been on just about everything, I believe. Paul Cook, he's got some serious chops. This guy does triplets, everything. He fantastic. All the musicians here are pretty strong, but I think for me, I've noticed his ability much more, maybe because I've been a drummer, so I know, and he's just very good. So Paul Cook of IQ. Next up, I was impressed with this guy on this album. So this is a live album, and I've done a video on it. If you want to watch it, you can go and pull that up as well. Actually, this is not the one that I was thinking of. It's the DVD that I have out there, but this is still pretty good too. So, but we'll use this as a prop. So we're talking about Rob Townsend, his flute, the whistle, saxophone, some other stuff that he plays. He's just really on the mark with this stuff. Much stronger than I would have thought, but Steve Hackett's put together an assemblage of fantastic stuff here, and no more fantastic than you get on this album. Live Magic at the Trading Boundaries. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So, yep. Next up, I got two left now. So this one, most people won't know. But there's people who follow these kind of bands will know Jurgen Rosenthal. Fantastic drummer. That was one of the first things I noticed when I was listening to this live album, other than the fact how good this is. I said, who is this drummer? Man, he is so good. And Jurgen Rosenthal, fantastic. Percussion as well. Just great. I wanted to send out some attention to him today too. And then the last one, I wanted to end with somebody who absolutely is killer. He does get some attention and is appreciated by those people who follow this kind of stuff. But the world at large doesn't know who he is. We're talking about Kerry Minnear. I mean, you could pick any of these guys pretty much, but I think Kerry is outstanding because of his multi-instrumental talents. Not just the keyboards, the guitar, the xylophone, or what's the name of it? I can't think of what it's called. Anyways, he plays them all super well. Really gifted musician. Should be more well known for his keyboard abilities, but this band didn't have the kind of success that some of these other bands had, so he didn't get noticed as much, but definitely a fantastic keyboard player. So those are my 10 for today. I'll just reiterate them once. Kerry Minnear from Gentle Giant. Jurgen Rosenthal from Eloy. Rob Townsend off of the Steve Hackett stuff. Paul Cook off of IQ. Tony Reeves off of Greenslade, Berton Averre off of the Knack. Tony Carey off of Rainbow. Mick Tucker from Sweet. Roger Fisher, guitar player, Hart, and another guitar player, Blair Thornton, Bachman Turner Overdrive. So those are the 10 people I wanted to give some attention to because I think they're underappreciated. And that's just my take. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hit the like and subscribe. And if you want to make any comments about these guys, or maybe you want to list some other people who you think should be getting some attention too, because there's lots of people out there who are absolutely great who just don't get the attention they deserve. So anyways, please put your comments in the comment section, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Favorites. Take care and have yourself a good night, and goodbye.